Hi guys, I'm sorry there has been a lot of network issues, probably because I'm in the basement. I'm gonna try and connect again to our special guest, and I hope that there are no issues this time. Please, guys, let me know if I'm audible or not. Just in case if you feel that I'm not audible, I could probably reconnect again, but I do hope I'm audible at this moment. Am I audible now?
Hi.
Hi, I'm so sorry. I don't know what's happening.
No
Am I
worries.
audible?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. I've just switched off my Wi-Fi and I've tried to reconnect it to. I hope this works. Also because I'm so could be a little bit of network issue. So my question again, I would like to just read off a little bit. No, no, so to any kind of make a really good, not only making it beautiful, but also add value. What are the various ways in which you use in your project?
So very good question, Sana. As we all know, marble or a granite is a very intensively used material, which not only depicts an individual's personality, but it kind of enhance the space. So
Right.
furniture, then your flooring, then your wall cladding is a very normal usage of marble. But we tried like in one of our upcoming project, we are trying to use marble in a very different and a very innovative way. So we are doing a resort in like in India.
Okay.
So we are there is a double foyer entry. There is an entry foyer which is double height. So we are kind of creating a ceiling suspension out of a Calicut in which
Mm-hmm.
we've done a acid wash over that, and then we try to clad it over the wood and create a light out of it. And
Mm-hmm.
again, in the outdoor areas, we are taking some monolithic blocks of your natural stone and creating lights out of that. And we are also using the same Calcutta in the Mandir area, in which we are again doing an acid wash with a leather finish, and
Okay.
then using like backlit provision, and then putting up like a slope over that, and using it as a back wall, the highlight wall of the mandir. And again,
Okay.
if we talk about the usage of marble and your semi-precious stones, we are creating a lot of art installations out of it, in which we are using the semi-precious as an inlay with the regular marble, which is a lighter tone, and then fusing a bit of gold and using it as an art installation.
That's interesting. Like, and how are you installation?
Sorry.
How are you planning to this use this artifact?
We are using that like these artifacts, they can be used as a painting or as a mural over the wall, in your living areas, in your bedrooms, in
Oh,
your common areas. Yeah.
that's interesting. Do you often use these things in your projects, or is it the first time that you're planning to experiment?
it, it's not that often we use them, but yes, the client was very much okay with the same, because see, it is a very lucrative thing, and we are offering this kind of a thing for the first time, because the client was ready to use the marble in the similar manner.
Oh, that's again interesting. It makes a lot of things easy, when the client is also operating and they want to expand all of these industries, right?
Yes.
Making a statement is always also a significant impact in yours, which are your personal favorite stories that create like a market in your project.
If I talk about my favorites, so there are a number of them. Depends again where I am placing them. So tobacco brown is one of them. Then Bellatrix is there. Botanic green with an emerald quartzite is a very beautiful combination, which is a teal one. Then if I am going in for a white sort of a flooring, then Panda onyx is one. Then your Copacabana is one. Then there
Right.
are a lot of Brazilian granites which are available. They have a very beautiful characteristics of their own. So
Mhm.
I I generally backlit them and use them for a wall clad.
You've named so many stones right now. If you have to choose one of them for your
The one which I
go-to
am
stone for your project, what would that
recently using in a project would be illusion brown, so illusion bronze. So that has a very beautiful character
be?
of this white with your browns with your blacks, so that kind of gel with every sort of flooring which we are using. So that would be one.
Have you also tried to experiment marble and granite together? Like, that's what we're talking about today. But we're talking about both of them. But have you tried to experiment both of these together?
Sorry, I've tried to experiment what.
Marble and granite together.
Yeah, marble and granite together they gel very well. If I'll say a very a very regular use would be in the kitchen, wherein we place a marble in the flooring and granite over the countertop. But
Right.
one more place which I am using both of them together is a wall clad. I have done that with an emerald quartzite, and in front of that there is a acid washed granite, a Brazilian granite that I'm using as a fireplace. So I guess they both go hand in hand. Depending upon the characteristics of both these stones, we can just pick out the stones. Which have a similar character, like the emerald quartzite is having grains of a tinge of browns, and the Brazilian granite which I've picked is then brown and gold in nature, so they both gel very well together.
Right, right. It's also a huge variety. Would you like to tell our audience some tips as to how to choose the stone on the basis of a space? For example, could be a living room, could be a bedroom.
If I have to give you some tips regarding that, being a end user, I would recommend you to use a darker tones in the bathroom spaces, because the bathroom being a very small area, they reflect more light. So using a darker shade of brown or blacks, or many colors are there. So my personal choice of using the granites would be the marbles would be a darker tone in the bathroom, and yes, for the floorings and for the living areas and for the bedrooms, I would always recommend to use the neutral tones of the marble, that is the whites or the grays or the beige colors, with a less busy pattern, so that the furniture can stand out, the carpets can stand out, the wall clads can stand out, the chandeliers can
Right,
stand out. So basically, a room is made out of n number of elements. So to add to that element, the tone of the marble should be very neutral, and the bathroom itself is not a very neutral space. Uh, the most important element of a bathroom is the wall clad and the flooring. So there is not much of element which is there inside a bathroom. So I would rather suggest going in for a darker tone. Yes, brighter tones are always there, or a less characteristics, a less grained marble can be used for a bathroom, but then we can create a lot of patterns like a fluting pattern, or we
hmm.
can create lines in the marble, or we can create some pattern in the marble. So I would recommend like that.
Why is it that everyone says should have neutral symbols, have neutral patterns? Because it's a smaller space. The more you have darker spaces, spaces become more compact. So, what is your thinking of as
I would rather say darker. See, marble again is having a lot of finishes with it. It can be in a matte finish, it can be in a gloss finish. So it is our perspective how we are using it. If the space which we are creating, bathroom being a small space or a smaller space, if we are providing with a darker tone, I guess it will not make the space look compact. It is similar to a fat guy who's wearing a black looks thinner. So
yeah,
the space, if it is a very compact space, if you are giving a darker tone to that space, that will reflect more light, bounce more light, rather than a lighter shade, which will not reflect that much of a light, but absorb that light. So
right.
I guess for a compact space, darker tones makes the space look bigger. And I'm doing a lot of compact spaces, a lot of powder rooms we are doing, a lot of bathrooms we are doing, You're generally using your NSL, your Armani bronze in those bathrooms, and the space looks mind blowing.
Great. I mean, this is the first time I've heard someone talking about, that you should have darker tones, because usually
Yes.
it's the same old
Actually,
pattern.
it's a myth. It is a myth that the space becomes smaller when we use a lighter tone. But when you use it practically, I've done a lot of bathrooms. I guess I've done like in every project I do a bathroom which is black in color, and the clients are more happier with the dark color bathroom than the light color shades. So
Right.
that gives a very luxurious essence to the space. But yes, if you are talking about a very random, a very industrial sort of a look, then we can always go in for a lighter tone then rather than choosing a darker tones.
Okay.
Then
Al-
the story theme, basically the story and the theme of the space says it all, that which color you should choose.
Right, right. Now, since we're talking about neutrals, patterns, and tones, do you also feel that patterns or textures also play an important role?
Definitely, that plays a very important role because the first criteria when we select, like one of the criteria when we select the marble or the stone is the pattern that it is having. Is it creating a book match on the site or not? Whether the grains are random or whether the grains are like in sync with each other or not. So that is a very important factor. Even we are using these grains as a tabletop nowadays. Like
Right.
we've done a tabletop which was using a granite, and we just acid washed the granite, so it created a beautiful grained pattern on the top of the table. So it is very important, like what grains are there in the marble. Otherwise the marble or the granite would look a flat piece of block which we are putting on the floor or on the wall. So
Right.
grains are the most important. The natural characteristic of the stone is defined by the kind of grains they are having. The more grains are there, the expensive marbles becomes.
Right. Also, like you're saying, that you used marbles on a tabletop. A lot of people are also experimenting these marbles on different kind of furniture. So apart from tabletop, have you planned using or used these marble on any other piece incorporated top or
Yeah, so I'll tell you a very interesting this thing. So once we used a lot of Italian marble in a client's house.
Mhm.
So we were left with a very we were left with a few pieces of this slurry marble, and then we decided to create our coffee table out of it. So it was like a piece of 6 inches by 3 feet, sort of like 10 pieces. Then what
Mhm.
we created a table which was like having 6 or 10 pieces of that marble, and below that was the wood. And when we joined it together, and these marbles were cut in a very S shape sort of a thing, and they were joined together to create a piece. So it was not a monolithic table, but then creating small pieces and joining them together created a beautiful piece of art which acted as a coffee table for them. And if I talk about table, yes, tables are there, but we also use like monolithic piece of furnitures. Nowadays it's not like that we are getting a marble which is 18 mm thick or 20 mm thick or 22 mm thick. We can even order a piece of marble which is like 1 feet thick, 2 feet thick, and we can club them together, or we can get the blocks and carve a beautiful furniture out of it. So that all depends upon the kind of creativity and the kind of creativity the client wants. So we, as a designer, are very creative in that sort of a thing. But yes, it all depends upon the client that whether he wants that sort of a creativity to be indulged in his project or not.
Do you also work around, you know, like putting wall cladding in interiors?
Sorry, a wall cladding in.
Interiors.
Yes, wall cladding nowadays, even not nowadays, it was a fashion earlier as well. We used to do these old houses where we used to get those Udaipur green and that white Indian marble cladded
Yeah.
all over the walls, and those
Yeah.
jalis created all over the walls. But yes, nowadays the scenario has been changed. Earlier it was like We buy a whole lot of marble and put them over the wall, clad them over the wall. That, see, we've got so much of marble in our place, but now it has become a piece of statement. So to create that kind of a statement piece, we use a bit of marble, because marble today, in today's scenario, is not a piece of pathar. It's a art
Statement,
piece.
art
So
piece, right?
basically, it is a sort of a painting that we put over the wall to create a focal point in our room. So yes, we do use a lot of marbles in the wall clads, because I just love using marbles in the wall clads, depending the kind of statement we want to create for the client.
Right, right. I think there were quite some of the tips which was so useful and so new even to me,
Thank
because I
you.
hear the talks every time and some of them are quite similar, but what you've told today are quite different from the regular ones, which was
Thank you, Sana.
before sign off, like you just give all design tips for one using stone instead.
If I had to give a tip for using a stone or a marble or a granite, then I would, instead of giving a tip over the marble, I would give a tip that please use a good workmanship, a good quality of labor to lay that marble. Even if your marble is not expensive, it is sasta wala marble, then also we can create a statement out of it by using a good workmanship behind that. So I guess that would be the tip from my side.
Very well said. Very well said. Thank you so much for being here, and
Thank you.
hope you had a good small session with me.
Thank you,
And
Sana.
if you have any questions, so please you could just ask. Otherwise, we are going to post this video on our page, or you could directly reach out to me on her page because I'm sure she's also going to share it and reach out to us. See you next year now. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Bye.
Sana, and Happy New Year in
Same to you.
advance.
Same to you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.